G'day! Today we are playing the weekly challenge in Mini Motorways. So this one is set in Lisbon. Alright, so it is the 20th of February. Start with all 9 motorways. Double the number of road tiles awarded. Start with 4 bridges. Alright, let's see how we go. It's been a while since I played Lisbon. I don't even remember what the layout of this one is. So I mean, it's nice to have all of the motorways, but the main thing there is that we don't want to waste them. Very few levels do you get more than 9. I do find that ones where I do get offered 9, I will use 9. So we don't want to take them for granted though. Make sure that they're used. It will also mean that we get a free up on what we're getting week to week. So we're not going to have to take a weird sort of second city. Usually get them right next to each other. Second placement, rather. We're not going to have to take a motorway every time they come up. So it possibly means we might end up with more roundabouts, more bridges. Probably not more sets of lights. I only have the 2 traffic lights here and you won't even see me use those. Suppose we could just sort of sneak this guy in. He's it's a fine spot for it, isn't it? Yeah. Got it, we may as well use it. In All Quiet Roads, they added a feature that allowed you to speed up the game to a certain point. So, for example, you could speed up until you hit, I think it was 500 people delivered. This really early section of Mini Motorways, I wouldn't hate that. That roundabout is stopping Pink from having this as a bit more of a direct route. We could swing their road up and around, which I think would be slightly shorter. Let's leave it as is for now. I mean, we could also probably disconnect that 3rd house from Blue, but you can actually see that it's considered the closest house because it's actually the one that's having all its cars deliver people. Well, there's no way that we can't give that guy to that house. Those 2 houses right here, if this guy goes circular, they'll survive till the end. I think 2 houses that close will do the job. And now, to save us having to connect that guy on the far right of screen, we'll just use the 2 houses on the left to do the second guy there, but keeping out the option open. I would probably be that 1 house could almost do the job that close to about 3,000 before we start to go off the rails a bit. That guy being circular is great. That couldn't be a better scenario because all that we're going to get here is this is going to be uninterrupted. No one's ever going to get in his way. He's not going to have to share those houses with anyone. He's probably never going to need more than those 4 cars doing the job. And all that we're going to get from there is just quicker points. Because that's such a little sort of microcosm of 2 people living right next to where they work. Love and life. Well, I mean, maybe not love and life. This is a world where you do nothing but drive to a destination and then drive home. Can we even call this living? I kind of don't want to put this new blue guy into that gap because I'm more rooting to get a blue guy there. I mean, let's just make him go. He doesn't actually have to be connected to anything. He's fine. We're not going to see him get used for a little while. Alright, who... Well, that's a death sentence right there. Actually, no, these three guys can look after him. But our maximum possible score has just been capped by the fact that we have a double destination. Actually, there's only so far you can take one of them unless you're extremely efficient. I mean, I feel like this guy should be doing some of the work there anyway. This is a larger group over here, but he is the closest. These pinks are definitely ones for trying to squeeze into an awkward gap. Nah, I haven't used a single bridge and I'm going to keep taking them. I'm not taking you. I'm actually going to group these guys back into a little sort of hub. It'll sort of be a little community back there, all facing each other. Not even being used, this because one house is close enough. Now they should come into play. Quite interesting because this guy here isn't circular. So that's the question mark on the layout that I've got here. Because this guy is circular, should he get the priority of this house as well? And we can turn them around now. Alright, we're at least going to start using some bridges now. It would be nice to have a another roundabout. Let's pause for a second here. So we want a roundabout in here. So I'm going to get rid of that roundabout. Send him in there and look, I'll use that. Now we are suddenly escalated very quickly here. And I guess do that too. So the logic here is that you want a if you are using a set of lights, you have to have it set so that the primarily used road is the one not T-intersectioning. So if this guy is the one that's regularly going, it means that they'll permanently be sitting on a green light, like you can see there. It's only in a case of emergency that this guy will go and that light will ever trigger. So in fact, all of that light is currently doing is just saying those are available, but you have a green light, just keep going, don't slow down for this. At least we've got a ton of road tiles. We can get him in there pretty easily. I mean, possibly we could have these guys... This road also have these blues share it to get to him. Potentially they're almost closer. Are these two closer to him? They would be if I just ran a straight line, like straight up here and cut those two guys off this yellow. Currently isn't using him, but I'm sure he will. Alright, roundabout. I forgot about that other roundabout I grabbed as well. So, This is where this becomes annoying because I want to remove that, but I can't use any square that roundabout is already using in the design of... Like, so I can't have a bridge, say, run out here and then go back across that bridge I'm removing. Like, it has to be a brand new bridge. That's why that's shooting up in such a weird way, because I'm basically trying to have that as a backup, as an auxiliary bridge until this removes, and then I can build the bridge I actually want. Okay. Well, you're definitely removed from everything you want. So let's get these three guys connect across there, jump up through that. No, leave him alone. Cut down that way. Now you can see why I needed like 7 bridges. They're all coming into play. Him, and then up slightly and connect him. I don't like that. Don't get me started on what I don't like now. I don't like that these two guys are sharing a road on this side. Don't have much choice. Alright, we're going to bring in motorway number 1. Maybe that. I mean, that's... I don't like when they do that. Get your own road. Ever noticed that in real life too? People building buildings on existing roads. Outrageous. Make your own road. Alright, so he's now going to bounce straight up. This guy's now going to get claimed. Defiantly, I'm not going to give them a motorway yet because there is a path. I hate building along bridges. This is not straight line simulator. Alright, maybe it's just specifically a green thing that they need the company of another line. This is some of the ugliest building I've done for a line what Green's got going on at the moment. That is so close to there that we got a roundabout. Let's just put a roundabout in there and then can help them that way. I'll do that and then I'll cut that. This guy feels understaffed, so the fact that we're getting a few more houses in this area is definitely nice. I don't know what I'm going to do with you two guys. This is definitely short term, this thing. It's just reluctant. It's almost like you're just doing that to wait to see how more of the map lays out. But it feels inevitable that that guy's going to end up with a motorway. Well, this green and yellow community have got nice and cozy. A candidate for a roundabout right there. So this roundabout's now doing nothing because all of these guys are just on that same one road. So let's take that and put that there. And really what we could do as well, we did that. Then we could get rid of that, make that a straight line to save us a roundabout, and then we could pull these two guys just straight up and go that way. Alright, well, welcome to the party. Would be nice to have this blue guy connected to there as well. Take the roundabout. That pink is so close to this guy. These yellows for this guy's just a problem. I don't like him because what I want is I want this guy just connected straight down here. He now needs more attention. Now, hopefully what we see is because that guy's gone circular, that we're going to get a whole bunch more yellow houses in helpful places. This area here, please. Okay, that's not bad. I would like to give this yellow house here to this guy. But again, it does remove this middle circular yellow's closest connection. Alright, let's think about this blue here. Let's put a roundabout there. This guy connect in there, and this guy connect like that, because these two guys are actually closer than what I'm allowing them to connect there. And I could make that blue guy a lot more comfortable. At the moment, everyone's looking not too bad. This orange down the bottom here, he's not great. And you can see there's no one at home, so he actually needs a bit more help. So, again, I'd like more roundabouts. Get that guy connected there too. Alright, let's think about what we've got going on over here. So this road here purely exists so that yellow can get down here. Yellow is in the way otherwise. There's 4 yellows here. I mean, arguably we can make those 2, so there's a 5th yellow. But they're the only ones using that road. So what we really should do is cut this in a way that yellow can just skip over green, and we can get rid of this section of road right here on the right, because then we can have these 4 orange houses that are in this top right hand corner come down and take some of the load off this guy. What we'll do for now, we're going to make a really ugly little network up there. Okay, so this yellow guy here, he should have a who's freaking out? He's freaking out. Okay. He's just had a surge of guys, so hopefully that calms him down a little bit. Alright, let's turn one of these green guys around. In fact, no, let's bite the bullet on this one. It's time. You guys can have a motorway. Send you down there. We need to figure out where I'm getting yellow houses for this guy. There's 5 guys here, but they're far from where they're connecting to. And they're also not close enough to really be helpful with it. There's these 2 guys at the back here, but this circular guy here only has 5 houses on him as well. Got this 1 yellow out here on his own. Do this for now. 2 houses right there. Hop across. In fact, oh, I put that in a way that that guy's not getting any attention. Now these 2 green guys back here actually aren't being used for for that at the moment. They're just sort of sitting there waiting. What we kind of want to do is just drop this down like that. Let these two guys just... No. Still want that bridge, I just don't want them currently connected to it. Let's have these two guys just swing down like that so they can go help out these two guys that are currently panicking. One more motorway, and what we could do is divide them so that they're not sharing. I will do that if one of them goes circular. One of them goes circular, definitely. We'll try and address that. Annoyingly, the way that I've done this means that this third house on the left can't actually connect to to this motorway. He's just blocked from it. It's a little bit annoying, but there are so many yellow houses in the top here now that I think that what we can do is flip those three guys like that and then bounce this motorway to there. Give that guy back to that side. Have that guy being back to being lonely. So that leaves this yellow guy down the bottom. He still has 4 houses. I mean, he's still far removed from those houses. But there's a 5th one. This is a great get, that yellow house there. It's given this circular destination his new closest house. Biggest problem child at the moment is this guy down the bottom here. His major problems is that I've only got two, what are we saying, orange destinations at all, and he's the only circular one, so the amount of jobs that he's sort of getting is huge. In fact, you can see that even with his 8 houses, he's got no one currently at home. So we might need to continue to expand for this guy. What we might do, I'm going to put a little connection in here. We're going to flick all of these guys down this way to face that same one direction across. Another motorway, and that goes in there. Now, what that also should do is that we should drop this down to there so that there's not an intersection going into the entrance. It is sort of, you just swim into the entrance and then you bolt out. It's the roundabout where it's got to sort them out. Speaking of sorting them out, this here is a disaster as well. We need to split these guys. Finally, they've reached their breaking point where they can't handle sharing. So, this guy here has 2 people there. So I think that can we fit a roundabout somewhere in here? Can. Great. So I'm going to have him connect to that roundabout. We're then going to get rid of that and give this guy direct access to these 5. 3 guys, the guys up here aren't being used for this. You can see that one of them's out. One of them is out and about, I think. This guy has someone not at home. But we just gave that a 4th house over here. So let's drop them there. Then gives us sort of connections to a few more houses that are just scattered around top here. So this guy's got 5 houses. This guy's got 2. If we go 1, 2, connect him in. That guy's a bit stuck. We can get that guy connecting to that lot. That's weird. Go. It's 4 houses. 4 houses as his backups to the 2 that he's got that are close and healthy. And there's at least 2 guys right here for this. So what we'll also do is we're going to connect those 2 guys. And you can see everyone is just currently leaving to go help out. On the other hand, there are guys not leaving. Why are these guys not heading down here? What's wrong with this road? Okay. Don't know what was wrong with that piece of road, but apparently this is gonna sink me. Oh, that's killer. Get in there, guys. Real quick. We're gonna crash and burn because of that, right? I can't. Let's Let's say let's skip this guy across there just to have him part of this. But I think he's going to create like a bit more of a traffic jam in that section just there. Fingers crossed, like we just need to address this real quick. Now this red guy he's also gone circular. And he's freaking out. So there's no sort of further way down there. What did I just build? I just moved that guy. Okay, so with our last remaining motorway, let's rip up that road. Drop that there. Give that to blue. Then what we can do is you can see that this guy isn't currently relying on guys from this side. He's sort of, but not all of them. So let's flick at least 2 guys that way. Let's put this guy that way because he's got someone at home. And in fact, let's just stop that guy from dying is probably our preference. So put him in there. You can see that these green guys aren't coping as well. So hopefully we get a few more green guys down there. This green guy's okay. We've got 4 green guys. Again, the problem with them is that they don't have any circular destinations. So there's not one huge bank of guys to help sort this out. Like sort of take the load of their jobs. So we've got a bunch of green guys at the top here that aren't doing anything. Those 2 guys we can't get out because they're stuck on the wrong side of a like they're in the middle of 2 sections that we can't really use them. That's a nice get for him. I think that what we can do is go 1, 2, 3, grab those guys, just have them as a slightly. This is an emergency road, guys. Let's try and make it remotely straight. They're going to take forever to get down here. Let's get them on the road. Heap of cars coming. This is a bad thing. What you see here, you want the traffic jam to be at the end near the destination. You don't want the traffic jam near the houses. So we actually want to rejig that, and it would be like that if we can have them just go across and move that to there. The problem is I don't have any spare motorways at the moment, and I don't have any so I can't sort of like temporarily adjust that. I just want to shout out as well that through all of this yellow guy here has still stayed strong, not caused me any problems. Well, I love you, little sort of tiny destinations. But this red down the bottom, I think he's going to sink me unless we do address this. So I need a motorway. So what I'm going to have to do is pull this guy's motorway temporarily. Hope that he hasn't been the only thing keeping me alive down here. It's gone. So then what we can do is we can connect those guys across that way. Put the motorway there. And then just flick it to there. Let's move it across 1, build that road, and then put it there. And then what we can say is get rid of that. So all these guys should then switch to using the other motorway. And hopefully this doesn't take too long that they've... because they sort of had to adjust to the way the road was, that they could have used it as a T intersection. It did cause a little bit of problems there for a moment, but seem okay again now. And now you can see, sorry, we are also just about to die because I gave this guy up. Now you can see as well that we've sort of got rid of that problem that we had. These guys banking up too badly there. Actually, possibly as well, I think there's still room in there we could have fit a roundabout in. That might have also helped it, but it works now. Okay, pink here is an absolute problem. This layout is just garbage for this. But I mean, he's not the guy that's an actual issue. It's this one. We don't have a motorway to sort of skip everyone forward in any way. There's nothing that's sort of wrong about the way this looks. I think it's genuinely just he's understaffed. Like, he needs more houses helping him out. We can sort of scooch this guy across the top and in there. That's a circular green. Is that new? So we don't really want to claim any of his houses off him because he's only got 3 at the moment. So maybe good to add an extra one, but it might have to end up being these 2 guys. Whoa! We actually have this yellow guy unhappy. Can I cut him underneath there? I don't think there's a gap. Bounce that guy a little bit around. Okay, so what we can do... We've got more cars, or more houses that we can connect onto this ever-expanding yellow. But I want this guy to go up and connect there. But I don't think I can get him there. Problem as well is if I put a roundabout in this section to try and get this guy some help from these guys, what's going to happen is that they're actually going to go... you know what? These 2 houses are the closest guys to him, and so they'll start sort of sharing that load. But I think otherwise we're just going to watch ourselves collapse here. So, let's see what happens. Still think this orange down here is possibly going to be my downfall. There's no orange houses on that island at all. And you can see these guys are sort of getting stuck in a little intersection there. Maybe let's do that to try and smooth that out a little bit more. Don't think that there's anything else I could have done for this guy. And these guys aren't moving smoothly through there. The idea that 2 circular destinations are having to share, yeah, it won't work. Basically, it's just one more house. If I can get one more house connecting here without having to cut over, like, these other guys would have a chance. But I couldn't see it. Alright, let's see how that's put us on the charts. Up 10%. 132. Oh, we'll take it. Alright, any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. And until next time, catch you later.